All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Normally, I would say good morning, Peter, but Peter is out today. He has a dentist appointment, I believe, or some kind of appointment, so he won't be joining us this morning. But I think Lenny might be joining us next, so we'll wait around and see if Lenny can hop on. But we'll get started, guys. Hopefully, you had an amazing weekend. I had a great weekend. It was my son's birthday. He turned 5, so we had an incredible time. But today, my little one is back there, so you might hear some noise. She's a little bit sick with some with a cough that's just nonstop. It's good now. But hopefully it'll stay that way. All right, excellent, guys. Let's get started. Quick look at our gappers list this morning. And I do see Lenny before we get to that. Lenny, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning. All good. All good. What about you?
Doing good, man. Can't complain. Life is good. I'm glad that you're doing well, my friend. And thank you for covering for Peter this morning. Appreciate that. All right, we're just going to jump into our gappers list this morning. So let's take a look at that and see what's happening there. And again, this market has been so fun, man. It's been so much happening. Our gappers list this morning, we have a couple of things gapping up today. Actually, a bunch of things gapping up. Crypto being one of them. I see a lot of crypto coins up nicely. Look at Mara, 14, coin, 13% almost. And I mean, they're all on here. It is just beautiful thing. So if you're in crypto, if you've been telling people I told you so, this would be a great day to call your friends and say, hey, what I tell you, right? Should have bought here. So good day if you're in the crypto world, as you can see there. On the gap side of things, we see one of our favorites, which has been really great to trade. That's going to be SMCI. So if you look at SMCI, that is sitting there gapping down 5.9 this morning. And then we have UPST, which we saw active last week as well. And then gold on the gap down list this morning. All right, let's go to our U.S. economic calendar. Our good buddy Peter was able to update that early this morning. So Lenny, take us through what's happening this morning on the U.S. economic calendar.
This morning, not so much happening. Right? It's also a special day in the United States.
That's right.
Both markets are closed. Not too many things happening. Just some, I believe, some earnings in the after market close, but for the rest, not so much happening today in the economic calendar.
Yeah. Right? I forgot it's Veterans Day. So yeah, it's happy Veterans Day to all those veterans out there. I'm surprised my school at least is not closed. My kids still have school. But yeah, so happy Veterans Day to everyone out there. No, we're open, man. So the question is, do my kid have school? Yeah, I dropped my son off at school. I dropped my oldest daughter off at school. My little one is the only one here. So yeah, so school is open today for us. I know some states do have it off, but we don't here, at least not in North Jersey. All right, friends, let's get right to it. So let's look at our gappers list. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin heavily in play. Up 14% is Mara. That's going to be on my list. I mean, I'm not going to trade, but I'm going to prepare like if I was going to trade anyway. Mara is going to be on here. 7 million shares traded at 14.5. I mean, that is massive volume. And you can look at your favorites. We have Coin is on here as well, up 12%, 3 million shares traded. Look at the last couple of days, just insane. What else? I mean, all of them. Iran, BM. I mean, you name it, they're all on here. Riot is another one. You have Hut. If they're in Bitcoin, they're up here this morning. My two favorites, as you guys know, both worth keeping on the main list, is going to be Mara and Coin. I'm going to put those on there. So Mara and Coin on my list, up nicely. Tons of volume. It is looking just awesome this morning. Lenny, talk to me about crypto, man. Do you play any crypto? Do you trade crypto? Do you like it? What's your thoughts on these stocks?
Yeah, I think very interesting thing happening are in the crypto world and also in the Bitcoin world, right? With Elon Musk at least being very open and be very a little bit being pro. I'm not really sure about this real view, but I think he's pretty much pro. Same with Elon Musk. He also has been very advocating for a more pro Bitcoin or less strict regulatory against Bitcoin, and of course, then on the election day, when it got more clear that Bitcoin that Trump was going to win, price action holding above the all-time high, and ever since Bitcoin has been strong. Overnight has been pretty over weekend has been pretty strong. So yeah, I think Bitcoin is very much in play. What I heard, I'm not too much into crypto, but what I heard that's the rest of the crypto are staying still a little bit down. They're not really yet up with Bitcoin. So all eyes seem to be on Bitcoin in the crypto world, and that has been very interesting over the weekend. All as a consequence, of course, partly because of Trump and Elon Musk having their success last week. So yeah, I think the Bitcoin stocks, as you say, are definitely stocks to keep an eye on today. Mara, Coin, Riot, perhaps CLSK, and there are a bunch of others as well.
Yeah, you could definitely pick your favorite on those two guys. I'm going to stick with Mara and Coin. I think those two are looking really nice this morning. I'm going to try to skip through all the Bitcoin stuff that's on here, right? So we spoke about that already. I think like the top five or more are Bitcoin. And even after that, let's refresh my cap.
Yeah, I think there's a
You're
lot
on
of
mute.
volume there, right?
Yeah, it's a ton, man. Let's take a look at NVAX. So NVAX is on here. NVAX this morning up 10%, 782,000 shares traded. So as you can see here, it is in play this morning. It was in play last week too. It has some news on here, and it was making some noise in the pre-market. I'm not a big fan. I think this stock does not trade very well. Any news today, Lenny, that you might have found on NVAX? Why they're gapping up today?
I'm not sure, but what is interesting about NVAX is that like the volatility came in not too long ago. It came in 8:30, so it means that like there could still be like a big price inefficiency if the market opens, and that could really give like a good drive. However, now the pre-market also looks, for now, the pre-market looks very not so volatile. Price action moving relative sideways in NVAX. So I don't know any news. I could check it. I could check for a moment. I also think like the
Yeah.
news probably came out recently because 8:30 only the volatility came in. So I'm not sure if there's already news available on where I usually check for the news. But yeah, no, I think we have to check. I'm also not a big fan of NVAX. I think it usually sometimes if it moves, it keeps on moving and could give really clean moves where everybody seems to get out or get in at the same time over a couple of minutes or like 10-15 minutes, but usually it trades pretty difficult NVAX. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
What's
that's my thing with it. I don't like the trading on it and the way it moves. It can be very, very choppy. So I tend to avoid it. But I know they have earnings tomorrow market, right? So pre-market earnings tomorrow. I know that. I'll probably watch it tomorrow. Probably will be in play. So we'll definitely be looking at that. So all right, there it is.
but
Let's take
yeah,
a look here.
sorry to interrupt you, Carlos. Sorry to interrupt you,
Go
Carlos.
ahead.
There's also another stock, BMY, and that might be the
Yep.
reason, or that's looking to move a little bit better and might be related with NVAX. You see, BMY, Bristol Myers,
Yeah,
it's
spiking. Yeah.
solidly moving up in the pre-market, right? You see, really like a continuation setup in the pre-market, and it's like a big gap up on the daily chart. So that might be related with NVAX, and that might be the
Yeah,
one
so
to
some
watch
got kind
today.
of good news for BMY popping here. I'm going to put that on my secondary just because the move is so nice. Up 12%, just got going. Trading wise, it can be a little bit tricky. We have seen this before for day trading. It's not the best, but today, man, today's on fire. So I like the way that's looking there. We're definitely going to be keeping an eye on BMY today. All right, let's head down here. So that is NVAX. We'll keep it off the list for now. If this is the one with the news, I'd rather watch the one that has the news and not the one that's the secondary. So we'll watch a BMY this morning. All right, heading down here again, more Hood is also cryptocurrency, HUD as well. MSTR, same thing here. So again, just a bunch of crypto stuff, just crushing it this morning. As we head lower, I do see Sofi here. I'm going to pick up a few more towards the bottom, and then we'll kind of hop around to the gap down list. Sofi, I know a lot of traders like this one. This is also up 5.4 this morning, 2.9 million shares traded. Had a decent day on Friday, got a buck on there from 12 to 13. Might be in play today, but again, I'm not a big fan of SoFi, so I'm going to keep it off my list. But if you like it, it is on here. Lenny, not sure if you do trade SoFi at all for something that you like.
Actually, I traded Sofi when the earnings came out. I remember last week, early last week when earnings came out, it like a small pop up, then it sold off, and later was strong again. So I think Sofi is one of the stocks. It's a pretty hyped up company, at least on internet, kind of. And yeah, I think it's one of these stocks that usually it doesn't trade good, but sometimes it can trade really well, right? So it's like something that I like to put on my watch list, and then if it's set up really perfectly, I like to trade it.
Awesome.
And
So
that
yes,
is
there it is. So far, if you guys, I know there's a lot of traders that do like this one. So if you like it, add it to your list. All right, I just want to look at one more. The gap up has a bunch, right? But I want to look at one more here. I want to look at two more actually, DKNG and some of the Chinese tickers that are towards the bottom because I do like those. If we look at DKNG here, guys, we're up 5%. 279,000 shares traded. So they're doing pretty nice this morning. Over the last couple of days, as you can see here, last week as well, they had a big week, right? So nice move from like down from the 35 all the way to 42. So they've been moving pretty well there. So yeah, that looks good. As far as volume, not so hot right now. It's a hit or miss. I wish they would have a little more volume. But I think it's worth taking a look at maybe on a secondary for DKNG. What's your thoughts on that one, Lenny?
Yeah, I think the pre-market in DKNG DraftKings look very smooth, right? Just pure directionality, which is amazing. Last Friday, I see it also was strong. Actually, last couple of days, it has already been trending up, like in a clear bull channel. It now might be reaching
Yep.
potentially resistance on the daily chart, but it could also simply blow through it. Volume is not that much there yet, like with 280k shares traded, but that could come in. But I think there's so much on the list. I think we should put it on the list, but I think there are also going to be other stocks that might be even better.
Yeah, I agree. This is why I have it on a secondary because I think there's going to be stuff that's going to be better, and that might not be the one to go to. On here, I did see towards the bottom, I saw Baba, so Futu Lee, a couple of Chinese tickers are actually up this morning. So if we take a look at Baba here, it has a million shares traded up 2.1. So I do like the volume. This morning, pre-market's a little messy with this candle we have here going from like 96 to 99. Got this wick there, but hopefully it can trade a little bit better. So there's Baba. I am going to put it on a secondary, but there are other Chinese tickers here as well that you can take a look at if you do like them this morning. Futu, Tiger, Lee, you name it. Oh, look what I'm seeing here, Lenny. GME. What is our good buddy GME up to? It's not it's
GME.
not making big waves here, but big day. Well, not big day, but decent day on Friday. And all last week seems like it did something. And then today we're up 2.8, 638,000 shares traded. But what's more important is look at the daily. We've been kind of breaking out from these lows since August, right? It's kind of stuck between 19 and 25, and then today trying to break from that 25.50. So that could be interesting. What is Roaring Kitty up to? Is he doing anything? I have not kept up with social media and everything that's going on there. So I'm not sure what's driving this, if anything, Lenny.
I think GME is really like a sleeping monster. Like sometimes it just wakes up and does all kind of
Yeah,
weird things, and then it goes back to sleep again for
yeah,
a while. So it's always fun to keep an eye on it.
yeah. Fully
But I
agree,
think for
man.
today, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so for
yeah,
today, I don't think. Yeah, it could be, but uh, it could be. But on the pre-market, I don't see a lot of volatility, mainly moving sideways. Yesterday had a strong day. It's gapping up from a daily range from the last 3 months. That's true. But yeah, I also don't know if there's a catalyst. If Roaring Kitty said anything, if there's anything else happening, or if it's just global market craziness, volatility that's also pushing GME up, right? And we're really looking for stocks with individual catalysts.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
that's my
Speaking of individual catalysts, look at BMY continues to make new highs here. The high right now, 61.27 and holding. So I'm going to move this up. I'm going to move it up to my main list. I think it's heavily in play today. I think it's worth watching. Might not give you like the best trading right at the bell, but I think it'll be in play the entire day today just because of the volume you're getting here and how much we're gapping up this morning. All right, let's take a look at Lenny. Anything that you like that's gapping up this morning that might not be on this list, or that is on this list that we haven't talked about yet?
well, first of all, I don't really see where to find that list. You look at the scanner on trade terminal, right?
Yeah, I have one similar to it. Correct.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. So, well, I think like first of all, like Tesla is the one today, right? Tesla for me, like there's gonna be the one to watch. It's gonna be Tesla with 11 million shares traded. Uh, that is something. This one I really like. I also find so. What is Tesla right now doing? It's of course a little bit extended. It's moving
Yeah.
up. It was really interesting last week. It blew through the 300 level. It held the 300 a little bit, like in the movie 300, but then it really smacked through it and it kept on going last Friday. Now it's gapping up again, and long bias, short bias. In the short term, because we're day traders, right? Speaking short term, I think it could go both to the long and to the short side for a little small pullback, right? We could be looking for an intraday pullback, but we could also see intraday strength, right? And therefore, we're reading the price action. But anyway, I think Tesla should be the to one of the ones to look at, right? There's no shoot ever. It's always depending on your own style, but I think Tesla is really interesting, and I think yeah,
Yeah.
Nvidia,
Yeah. It's
yeah. But go
I
ahead.
really like Tesla. I mean, it is on our gappers list today, but we missed it because there's just so much on here to look at on the gap up list. But yeah, Tesla in play, guys. I mean, this stock is just on fire. So RP, any shorts that were trying to hold Tesla for long term here, you're not doing great right now. But it's just insane, man. 11 million shares traded right now, 6.4 up this morning. It's going to be a great one to day trade. And it was on Friday. Friday, I think we all traded this thing on Friday. This was just amazing. So this is going to be in play for weeks to come, I believe. I mean, it's just going to be this good. So Tesla definitely looking good there. Gap down list. If we look at here, there's not a whole lot. You got just 4 tickers. We'll run through them quickly. Then I want to get to what you guys like this morning. We'll take a look at that in both chats, in our members chat and also over on YouTube. And on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We really appreciate it. As I mentioned before, it does help us out a ton. It's the only reason we ask, because it does help out the show and keep us going here free on YouTube. Sitting at 92 likes, but we got 446 people watching. So if just a few more of those can smack that thumbs up, it helps us out. Thank you, guys. All right, first one out here, ABBV is on there. This is
Yes.
down 10%. Just got going. So big drop for them. Is this on earnings, Lenny? What's going on here? No, it's not earnings. It's
No, but
what?
no, but it's also I think biotech, and it's also started at 8:30. So it might be related to the NVAX thing and to the BMY thing, right? Because if I
Yeah.
understood well,
Yeah.
ABB
Okay.
is
Okay.
also biotech, so it could be related. But I don't know like what exactly is happening. I need to check that out. But
Yeah.
it
So
could be
just got
related.
going. Definitely play. I mean, as much as I love this drop, this stock is such a difficult ticker to
Difficult.
day trade.
Yeah.
It is the price action moves very awkward. It's not about the price. The price is not that bad. $178. We trade stocks that are more expensive than this that trade much better, way better. So it's a tough one. It is in play today, worth taking a look at. I love this drop here, but I mean, it is just incredibly tough to trade, man. I don't know what your experience is on this one, but I have never had any great luck as identifying
I
good
don't like it.
opportunities on it.
I don't like it. No, no, really,
Right?
my
Same.
intuition
Yeah.
says like, be careful, be careful, be careful. You know, like my intuition doesn't give me a good feeling, and of course, the intuition is based on all the experience in the past. But also in the pre-market, it's already looking a little bit erratic, right? Like first move down, slowing down, then we see like the big move up, right? So it's already a little bit difficult. What's going to be the bias? So yeah, it's a difficult stock. I totally agree with you, Carlos.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that one. Have it on secondary, but again, just because the drop looks so nice right here, and it is in play today. But if it's your cup of tea, put it on yours. Definitely is watching. Let's take a look at SMCI. So SMCI has been giving us a lot of good opportunities in the last 2-3 weeks. It's kind of slowing down a little bit here, but right now it's down 6.3, 2.5 million shares traded. It's in play. I mean, I want to watch this. We do have shares for sure on this thing. I think it's a stock that's been moving very well. And if they continue to do that, that could still provide some good opportunities. The volume has been slowing down though, right? Compared to what we saw in the initial gap down, we had tons of volume here. It has been coming down a little bit, but even here, we still got good trading opportunities over the last 3 days last week. So today, I think it's worth watching. I'm not sure if that's going to be on my main list. I like my list already: Mara Coin, BMY, Tesla. But you know what? I'm going to put it on here because I can see myself moving down BMY just because I know this is hot right now. It's doing good, and it's gonna be in play. This one can be slightly difficult to trade at times, just like NVAX, right? These pharmaceutical type companies that they're not easy to day trade. You got to be careful with the price action. It can be very erratic at times, very volatile, and not that clean. Especially when you don't get great volume, like BMY in their best days, you're not seeing huge volume, right? So like throughout the entire day. So SMCI will be here. I can see that being replaced, and BMY brought down, so I could have more space to look at other things. You do have gold here, which I normally don't trade. I don't like the way it moves, but it is in play today, down 3.7, 451,000. And you also, so I'm gonna keep that one off, but you have UPST. Now this one, Lenny, I don't know if you had it on your list last week, but this was
I
a
traded.
big. This is 65 all the way to 80. You traded it last week?
Yeah, yeah, I traded last
You
Friday. I
did?
traded it. It was very strong after the open. Yeah, very nice
Oh, beautiful.
5 minute ORB and like
Nice.
continuation setup. But yeah, it was really in play last Friday. It moved up indeed a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot.
Yeah, yeah, and it's funny
Upstart.
because it gapped up big. Normally, I keep it off the list because it doesn't trade very well. But yesterday, Friday, definitely heavily in play. This morning, second day opportunity, maybe I think it's worth taking a look at. Is it going to give you a big day like Friday? Probably not. You're probably not going to see that type of volume, but it has a good chance. Has a good chance to still give you something worth watching. So UPST will be on my list here, guys. 708 to 3,000 shares traded, and it is down 3.4. So. Excellent. All right, let's stop here. That covers our gap down list. Lenny, anything you like that's gapping down this morning? Doesn't have to be off the gappers list. Just overall, anything you like on your end.
From the gappers down list, yeah. So well, there's indeed some stocks gapping down, but indeed they're like not the best trading stock. The ABBV, SMCI, I'm definitely gonna put on my list because sometimes get great opportunity, and there's like 2.6 million shares traded, which for SMCI is quite much. Also, the pre-market has relative smooth directionality. The daily chart might be running in support, so I'll be a little bit careful. And there's the gold stocks, right? AU, NEM, GOLD. But in my opinion, in my experience, not in my opinion, my experience, they could trade a little bit difficult. And with so much fun happening today, I'm not gonna put the gold stocks on my watch list. Then there's the Upstart, the UPST. Um, yeah, it could be in play. 800, almost 800k shares traded, but it's a second day play, and they're like the buys might be a little bit difficult, right? Because we gapped up huge last Friday. So now if we're taking it short, we might be running into resistance. If we're taking it long, sorry, if we're taking it short, we might be running in support. If we're taking it long, the pre-market has been relative weak, so we got to be keep an eye on it. Be careful, but I think Upstart is from the stocks on the gap down. I think is the most interesting, to be honest. Um,
Yeah, I
yes, and from
agree.
the
Yeah,
yeah. So go ahead.
yeah,
So yeah,
I do
from
like
the
that
yeah
one.
from the gap
UPST as
down.
SMCI.
Yep, I agree, totally.
Awesome.
So
All right,
for
friends,
rest,
let's
we'll
do
be
this.
looking
Let's
at the
get over
stock.
to our. I'm sorry, this kind of a delay, so I'm kind of missing you here. But let's look at. Do you have any other ones, Lenny, besides UPST?
For the way down, no, not really. For the rest, we'll be looking at the stocks with a gap up, right? And they could also move down after the market open, but initially, like they're now, for now, the gap is up. So I think for the stocks that gap down, UPST and SMCI, but there, I think the best stocks today in play are gapping up.
Yeah. Friends, let's see what you guys are watching this morning. I'm going to start with our chat room here. So if I take a look, let's see what is on deck for you guys. Again, so much to watch. Gap up list is massive, continues to grow. If you take a look at that, Bitcoin obviously has the entire list here today, as you can see. But it's a massive, massive list. That's the SPY, which we have not looked at this morning. If you take a look at the SPY, it is again slamming into their all-time highs. I mean, it's just a great time to be an investor or trader. You are happy running to the bank during this time. All right, let's take a look here. MSTR, yes, MSTR also in play. I did see that on the list as well. It is up nicely 10%. This is also Bitcoin, right? 2.2 million shares traded. I mean, I have had so much success with Coin and Mara. These two have been really, really good to me. So that's why I always keep watching them. Not lately so much. Meaning, I'm not talking about late. I'm not talking about last week, right? Last week, I think everybody made money on these. I'm talking about before that. They've been pretty flat, right? They have not done much. They went through a big stretch where they were doing just amazing. This was back in the beginning of the year, it's a while ago now. But again, here they were just on fire. We had a lot of fun. Then they kind of went flat, and didn't do a whole lot, but they are back in play for sure. So take your pick: MSTR, Coin, Marad. I mean, even the real bad ones today, like they're not real bad ones, but my least favorites like Hut are going to be in play. Hood are going to be in play. These stocks is so big, the move with crypto right now, that these stocks are definitely in play. So MSTR I do like better than like Hood, obviously, and HUD and Riot. I think it's definitely a nice one to watch. So pick your favorite, man. Pick your favorite. There's so many great ones this morning.
For me, coin is the
Um,
favorite. For me, coin is clearly the favorite.
yeah,
I like coin.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Um, PLTR. So let's moving away from Bitcoin a little bit. PLTR is doing nice. Look at this. We're up 3.6, 4.3 million shares traded. Do they do Bitcoin as well a little bit or no? Because they look like they've
No,
been
no,
they Wow. Okay.
it's
Because
not
they
Bitcoin.
look like it's just got going last week too. Had a big week last week. We had a couple of great trades from the members here. This morning up 3.6, also in play. I mean, I just can't keep adding to this list. I mean, this looks great, but how to keep adding to on here, right? PLTR looks awesome. We're gonna add that there. They had a couple of really good 5 minute ORB plays. Lenny, I know you do the 5 minute ORB like me as well, slightly different in your analysis, but there's really been a lot of good stocks potentials for the 5 minute opening range breakout. So, or any kind of breakout in the morning, things are just flying. So, it is really, really nice. Um, yeah, I'm gonna add POTR. Looks good here. If you look at my list right now, it's basically complete at the moment. Mara, Coin, Tesla, SMCI is the only one that's gapping down on my list right now, and then we also have PLTR. Let's keep seeing what else you guys like this morning. Fred is giving us RKLB. So RKLB, it's in play. Rocket Lab, and we've seen them before. Their intraday action could be spotty, man. It really can. But Lenny, I'll let you. Have you traded Rocket Lab before, RKLB? What's your thoughts on
Never,
this one?
never. I never RKLF.
Yeah,
Let me
never
check it,
had
but
it.
I
Yeah,
actually never traded. Never had it on my list, to be honest, either. And RKLB. Okay, I see like a daily range gap up, right? It's gapping up on the daily chart. Pre-market, it has been weak. Like definitely selling pressure came in around 7 a.m. and also like 7:40 came in. Uh, yeah, so yeah, it has average
yeah.
10 million shares traded. ATR $1, so that could be okay. So yeah, somebody could be on it on a list and be careful with it. Try to see what it does.
Okay, I do like this other one that we're mentioning here is going to be Tesla and Nvidia, right? So Nvidia, of course, I do like that one. It has, as usual, tons of volume, 6.4 million shares traded. So I'm gonna have that on my secondary list. It looks great. Again, there's been other better stocks like all eyes was on Tesla last week. I mean, it was just on fire. And Nvidia did move a little bit, but it wasn't compared to Tesla, right? I mean, we're just all watching Tesla do its thing. So and SMCI too had a great day on a Thursday. So Thursday was SMCI. I think we all traded that one. Andrew himself as well. Friday was Tesla, and today we'll see. We'll see what happens. So much things to look at this morning. Let me take a few for the chat over on YouTube. NVAX, we did look at NVAX, but I think the one heavily in play today is BMY. If you want to trade that sector, I did take off BMY from my main list. It is in play though. You can add it to your secondary, but it's not one of my favorites. But man, look at this, up 13% now. Looks like it wants to break their pre-market high. It is just truly on fire this morning. So doing very, very well. But again, I'm going to go with some other ones that I have on here that are slightly better for the way I trade, right? So you got to look at the way you trade and see which ones can do a better job. All right, friends, I think we're set 9:02. Let's do this. Let's show you guys what's happening for this week here in our community. So Lenny's going to take you through what's happening here in our community every evening.
Okay. Well, so every Monday, so we got the DAS Trader Pro setup and basic for new traders, where Brandon will guide you through everything that has to do with DAS. He's a complete expert on DAS, so take a look at that webinar. There's of course the onboarding every Monday, and yeah, so that's the first for Monday. Then we got Tuesday. We're going to go further with strategy. There is going to be a webinar. One moment, I need to. Yeah, so there's Thor Young who's going to present on volume price analysis on demand. That will be on Tuesday. Highly recommended from Thor. Also, Avi is going to share and discuss a webinar with the title The Little Secret About Trading Naked. Avi is a real option trader, and that is, of course, very interesting. So, if he's going to share his little secret, I think you want to, at least about trading naked. I think it's a very interesting subtopic within the topic of trading options. So, that is very highly recommended to be there next Tuesday. That is tomorrow. On Wednesday, we have the psychology webinars presenting Wesley Altman, The Path to Trading Mastery, Cultivating Patience and Emotional Control. Altman is one of the new guys at Bearable Traders, an awesome trader psychologist. So I definitely recommend you to take a look at that webinar. Also on Wednesday, there's Randy Howell. Winning can be dangerous to your trading success. I think that might be related to overconfidence. I think both overconfidence and underconfidence are both triggers that could lead to less optimal psychology for trading. So that could be great information to watch. There's also a a webinar on Bookmap. Bookmap is the visualization of the L2. So trading with Bookmap on Wednesday. Take a look at it. And then on Thursday, as always, we got our mentorship sessions, various mentorship sessions. I'll be also having my own mentorship session. You can join there. You can ask me all kind of questions. My webinar, my mentorship will be at the close in the webinar room. But there's also new trader mentorship with John on Thursday. It's with Megan, with the options, and Jared and Megan together, a mentorship session on option trading. Thor also has an evening mentorship session. So really Thursday is dedicated to, you can join and ask the moderators all questions you might have. Yeah, so that's what is on this week. I think a very interesting week, different, a broad range of topics that you could follow and that you could discuss: psychology, trading, various software, mentorship, all in all together. So it's going to be an awesome week. Do you have something to add to this, Carlos?
All right, excellent, man. Sounds great. Guys, so definitely check those out. You can find us on the website, bearwithtraders.com. All right, friends, let's get to it. Let's get to some levels here. I have Mara, Coin, Tesla, SMCI, PLTR. Your list could look completely different this morning and still be an amazing list, but this is the stuff that I'll be looking at. All right, let's start here with Mara. Mara this morning, we're looking at the high of the pre-market, 23.47. We're going to slam one there. 23.47 is the high, and then the low is down at 20.76. So 20.76 is the low of the pre-market on Mara, and then we move to the left here. Not so long ago, we're up here back in July. If we look into July, I'm going to mark down a level above here. It's going to be 27.23, and then towards the bottom, right below the price action is, we do have an area over at 21.91. So I'm going to slam one there. And then above that, we're going to have another level at a 24.70. So 24.70, a good one as well. So there you have it from Mara. Again, tons of levels from the daily between April and August of this year. You got all these daily levels here. We've been consolidating nicely. And we are definitely in play today with 7.7 million shares traded, up 16.66%. Coins, another Bitcoin play I have on my list. Again, there's tons of them this morning. 321.60 is the high of the pre-market, the low of the pre-market, 293.24. So we'll put one there as well. We are 15% on this one, so it's looking real nice, definitely in play. Towards the bottom, your set highs and lows for the last two trading days got you covered. We're going to go to the left here, and we're not at all-time highs. We shouldn't be. Oh, maybe we are.
No, no,
Oh, no. Okay, no, we've been higher on coin. If we go back here, coin opened up, actually. We're actually getting close to our IPO price on coin, I think, if I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, so we're getting close. So in the IPO, around 321 looks like. Yeah, 325. So, if you're holding IPO still, you're kind of happy with this right now. 429 is their all-time highs here. So we're kind of just hanging out in their IPO area here. 345 is another level towards the top on coin. So that's got to be exciting if you've been, if you've been, I'm not going to say bag holding, if you've been patient, let's call it patient. You've been very patient during this time. You can see here things are looking on the upside when it comes to coin. All right,
Forced
let's take a look at
savings.
Tesla. So
You can call
yeah,
it forced
I like.
savings.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Here it is. Tesla 346.96 is the high of the pre-market. Tesla has been again just on fire here. 330 is the low of the pre-market. 330.20, 330.30 actually. And then if you head over to here to the left, we're gonna find some previous highs. I might do a weekly. It might be easier, much easier. Going down to 2021, 2022. There are some levels here off the week that we can take off. So we're gonna put on here 363.29 towards the top, 384.28, and then all the way up here, your all-time highs is at 414. We all remember that. I've been watching this stock for years now. 414 looking pretty good there. So there it is on Tesla. And again, that's not 414 in a week, a couple, not a week, a month or two. That's not too far-fetched. That is not too far-fetched. The way this thing is moving. So in play for sure, tons of volume. I mean, it's probably my favorite stock this morning here on this list. SMCI diving a little bit more here. We still haven't reached the recent lows. That's going to be all the way down at 2028. Low of the pre-market 2261. And then if you look around, you're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days. So that's what you have here on SMCI. Once you mark the low of the pre-market and this low here, the most recent low, right around here, I don't think you need to do anything else. You're basically covered when it comes to the most recent levels on SMCI. In play today, guys, 3 million shares traded. I mean, it is just a massive. I'm not sure if you saw this, but I saw like a news headline last week of how much like billions of dollars was added to the market, like just new money last week coming in. It was an insane amount, like either after the election or day or two after the election. I don't know what it was, but everybody just pouring in money into the market, man. It is awesome. And for us day traders, this is trading heaven right here. This is what we want. We love this because
Yes,
this makes
it
the
is.
stocks move. Oh, this is where you want to step on the gas, my friend. If you know what you're doing, let me be clear, because if you don't know what you're doing, first learn and step on the gas. This is our time, friends, where we can make things happen, right? So we go through our slow periods, we wait, we have our trading, but when things are like this, man, you step on the gas. SMCI, again, looking good. PLTR as well here, guys, up nicely, good volume. High of the pre-market is 60.80 towards the bottom. I'm just going to mark down the low of the pre-market, 59.08. And then if we move over to the left, are we setting all-time highs on PLTR? I believe
Yeah,
we
yeah, for
might.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
we are definitely, definitely. It's
What
an
a time
historical
to
week
be
for
into
PLT.
trading. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. But and we got a little bit of time because we're ahead of schedule here. And then I want to take your take on this as well. This is where your friends that don't know anything about trading start contacting you and say, hey, man, what about this? Like, hey, what
Yes.
about this? Right. And they want to get in the game now without the experience, without the knowledge, without the education. Right. So this is why I always tell people, start now. Like if you're interested, start right away. Don't wait till things are hot. By then, it might be not too late, but you missed a lot of great opportunities to be ready for moments like this. Right. So this delaying, like, oh, I'll join later, or I'll do this later, I'll start educating myself later. You can't, man. Just do it immediately so you are ready for when this happens. And this is gonna happen again, right? It's gonna go. We all know the history. It's gonna die down again. Not saying drop, but it's not gonna be as much volatility, and then it's gonna pick up again. You want to be ready for that, right? So if you're interested, don't hesitate. I think you join for like $1. You get access to all these videos that we have in BBT. So definitely do that. But yeah, don't wait, man. Don't wait. Just if you're interested, join, start learning, because you can't just come in and decide I'm gonna start making money. It doesn't work that way, right? You got to learn first. That is very, very important. So um, definitely make sure you take the right steps, right? Lenny, your thoughts on that as well, man. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, like the thing is, it's about financial literacy. It's like about understanding part of what's happening in the financial markets, right? It's about educating yourself, and also so you can educate the people around you. Because after, like, the financial markets are a little bit like like this black box, right, where nobody really understands what's happening. And educating yourself is not about pouring into money into the markets or whatsoever, but it's about educating yourself. And I think, yeah, that's part. That's one of it's just an important skill to have. You need to have different kind of skills in life, and I think like financial literacy, understanding the financial market, understanding what's happening, I think is an important skill to have in this society. So definitely, I recommend to join and yeah, start your journey to financial education.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right, friends, we're looking good for me. Mara Coin, Tesla, SMCI, PR. We're gonna have our moderators list up here in a second. Lenny's gonna run you through that. So Lenny, take us through what our team is watching today, and also what you're watching today this morning.
Yeah, well, so I am watching Freedom. I'm watching at Tesla. Tesla gonna be the one thing. Tesla has been all year has been trading amazing. So I'll be definitely trading Tesla on this day. I'll be looking like what the price action is doing. I might be waiting a couple of minutes, 3 minutes, to see what the price action does. Also depending on the late pre-market price action. I actually also be looking at Nvidia. I think Nvidia has to really is an amazing level. One more or less $146.50. It found their support in the pre-market. It was also more or less the yesterday low. It was also the low of 2 days ago, more or less, and it was the high of 3 days ago. And I think so. That's like could be a very important level in Nvidia. Nvidia, and there's PLTR, of course. I'll be looking at it. Coin, I'll be looking at. I'll be looking at BMY. I think it just keeps on running in the pre-market. I'll be looking at DraftKings with caution, but I'll be looking at it, and also Sofi. So that is my watch list. So let's go to the watch of the moderators. Jared, he has the crypto stocks on his watch list, and I think he's very right. And yeah, you have to pick your own which one is your favorite. My favorite is Coin, but there are plenty of alternatives. Jared's also looking at Tesla, BMY, and PLTR, so kind of similar. Pierre is looking at more at the semiconductors, AMD, SMCI, Nvidia, and also of course Tesla. I think most of us will have Tesla on the watch list. I think the whole trading world who are trading the mid high cap stock will be looking at Tesla today. But that's also could depend on your style. Tor will be looking at CMG, DJT, Apple, Tesla, and the indexes, SPY and Qs. Megan will be looking at Tesla, Amazon, and Nvidia. Eamon will be looking for potential long at Moderna, and Brian will be looking at Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, and Mara, right? So most of us have Tesla, and there's the Nvidia and the Bitcoin stocks. Andrew will be looking at Nvidia, Tesla, Mara, PLTR, so the same. And Mike will be looking at Tesla and Mara. So I think there's definitely a similarity in main watch list, and that's also the very hot sectors at the moment where all the liquidity of not liquidity but like where the majority of the volume is right now. So I think it's going to be an awesome day.
Yeah, absolutely, friends. It's going to be exciting. This market is very, very exciting. All right, friends, that covers it. We are all set. Andrew and Brian are going to be trading live next. I'm going to have extreme FOMO today. Again, my daughter is sick, so I won't be trading, but I'll be watching. I'll be watching the chat room and listening. You guys taking some great opportunities, but I'm going to have a lot of FOMO because I'm not watching it actively to trade. So, and I think it's going to be an exciting day. So, friends, take care, trade safe. We'll wait for Andrew and Brian to hop on in here, and then we'll hand it off to them. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. Really appreciate it. It helps us out a ton as we wait to transition over to our live traders. Are going to be on here in a second. We are sitting at 192 with almost 700 people watching. So that is real nice. So thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Lenny, anything else that we might have missed? I think we got everything covered.
I think we got everything, the majority covered. Let me take a look at my another list where I'm looking at the biggest gap up. Yeah, of course, many things gapping up, right? But if there's anything really standing out compared with the rest, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think we did quite well. I think we covered a lot.
Yeah.
The gap is
Yeah, we sure
down.
did.
Also, not really. Yeah. And all,
Yeah,
I
thank you
think,
guys. Really appreciate the message. I mean, she's got a mild fever, so I'm just reading the comments over on the members tab. It's a mild fever, but it's the cough, right? She has this nasal drip, and she's a kid doesn't stop coughing. She's hanging out here pretty quiet right now, which I'm surprised. But yeah, she'll be better hopefully tomorrow.
hope she
All
gets
right,
better
guys.
soon.
mRNA. Yeah, thanks, Lenny. Appreciate it, man. mRNA, before we move over, mRNA, it's, you know what, if you look at mRNA, you look at everything else we have, like Maracoin and BMY. If you look at NVAX, their volume is so massive right now. So mRNA is not really heavily in play. Oh, I hear Andrew's on. Good morning, Andrew. How you doing?
So massive right now. So mRNA is not
And I hear myself.
Hey, Andrew.
heavily in play. Oh, I hear on. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Okay.
Good
I think that
morning,
might be it.
sir. How are you?
Good.
Good
How you doing,
morning.
my friend?
Good morning, everybody.
Brian, good morning. All right,
So-
excellent, guys. We'll hand it off to Brian and Andrew. Take it to the market open, guys. Have an amazing trading day. Trade safe out there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Thanks, Lenny. Thank you for
Bye-bye.
covering for Peter, man. Really appreciate it. And I think it was your first time doing the pre-market show, right?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Oh,
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
congrats, man! You broke your pre-market virginity, man. Love it. Glad to be here for it. Take care, my friend.
I broke
All right,
the
have a
pre-market
good one.
level. Yes, bye-bye.
Pre-market level. There you go. Take care.
Good morning, everybody. Crazy,
Hey, good
crazy,
morning.
crazy markets. How are you,
No
Brian?
kidding. I am doing well. Thank you, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I had a really bad loss on options. I put the recap on like $35,000 loss selling options on Tesla, which was unbelievable. But it's just this train is super strong. Like it's going up. Like it's up again another 7% in the pre-market. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, I lost a couple thousand on that one as well because I joined you on it and then just realized it was the wrong trade. But yeah, managed to lose a couple thousand, turned a green day into a red day. But that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my idea. I am really, really sorry. That was
I know,
my idea.
and I tried to talk you out of it too. So anyway, yeah, I was reading on the weekend this Palantir, the guy who's the CEO, Alec. I can't remember his last name. He has sold like 600 and something like $650 billion or $1 million worth of his stock. Can you imagine? I wonder what his taxes are going to be like this year. I guess maybe not bad in the U.S. Get a good tax lawyer, you can figure out how to avoid paying taxes. But yeah, he is. I can't imagine having that much wealth. What do you do with all that money? Yeah. Look at that.
You buy a
SMCI is. Yeah, you buy. Yeah,
Maybe
I don't
two.
even buy. Maybe two. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy cash. Yeah. What do you do with all that money once you have it too? I mean, what do you reinvest it in other companies? How to buy real estate?
So how much you sold? How much?
I read somewhere he sold like 600, somewhere in the neighborhood of 650 million. So, like over $500 million.
He sold shares? Wow.
Yeah, he sold his shares. He's an insider. He's an insider, so he has to file, insider trading reports. So, and actually, there's a lot of people that are.
Here's another thing is that I think in this now that in January is a new administration, I think there's a rule in the U.S. that if anyone gets a position in the government, and they want to get rid of their assets in the private market, it's tax-free for them. Like I know Steve Mnuchin, Secretary of Treasury in Trump, he's a Wall Street guy in the first administration. Like he sold a lot of his assets tax-free because he's accepting a job in government.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised, like for example, even Elon Musk, because there's a talk that he might be, a new secretary. So he might actually sell a lot of things coming out of private sector tax-free.
He's going to be the efficiency czar. He's going to go in like he did in Twitter. Yeah, he's going to cut
I don't know. I read that he actually was in the call with Zelensky and President Trump. So I wouldn't be surprised even if he becomes the Secretary of State. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I
thought they'd already picked Secretary of State. Wasn't it that woman?
She's the chief of his staff.
Oh, okay. That's right. Sorry, you're
that's
right.
right.
She's chief of staff. Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, so Tesla is super interesting. If it stays okay, let's talk about the game plan. If this one stays near 343, near 345 for opening range breakup, for the break of 345, if we see big ask and Bookmap says it's bullish. Also, we have to remember that this one is super extended on a daily chart as well. So I also wouldn't be surprised if we all sell all day. We've had Tesla days like this that gap up significantly and then sells all day. Like example of that, if you want to see, go look at July 11th, 2024. So as you see, after 3-4 days of really up, opens up to 270 and then sells all day. So we had these kind of days a lot on Tesla that, you gap up and then you sell all day. But again, it might actually go up as well. So I don't know. So this is super important to manage the risk.
Yeah. I'm liking the look of Apple. Apple's looking really weak. It looks weak on multiple time frames. So I'm and it's looking weak going into the pre-market. Nvidia's popping up. AMD's popping up.
Yeah. So that's the Tesla. If you can see the really good opening range breakup on that, NVIDIA is at all-time high. NVIDIA is now no, it's actually not at all-time high. Yesterday, Friday was all-time high. 150 is the all-time high, 149.81. So that would be something. SMCI is also selling off again. SMCI is also pretty active. I love the volume. I'm actually adding SMCI on my watch too. It's going to be on the short selling restriction, unfortunately. But let's see. But I think should be good, huh? We're so back. Like even Hoods is up 8%. Robinhood.
Yeah. Anything related to possibility of coin trading, altcoin trading, like Bitcoin. Bitcoin made a huge move on the weekend. Always makes me suspicious that people are manipulating it on weekends where maybe volume's a little lighter, market's a little thinner. Just
congratulations to John. I think John is rich. John, when do we get to the party? John has probably a lot of crypto, Tesla. Mara is also super active. Obviously, it's the Mara is doing short floats on the Mara is 25% or John is super rich.
Somebody's getting hurt. What are Apple's? I'm surprised. I would think Thor would be watching Apple. It's broken. It's sort of what is he calling that? An inside day on the Camarilla pivots, and it's already outside S4. So there you go.
So what time is it? 9:27. In Canada is today is Remembrance Day. So this is like a Veterans Day that we acknowledge. It's actually a stats holiday in Canada. We acknowledge the veterans. So congratulations, or not congratulations, but just wanted to say that we appreciate that. Never forget.
Knowledge of service. Also in the States, it is Veterans Day. So bond market is actually closed today, but the market's obviously still open.
Oh, I didn't know that actually. So it is Veterans Day, but it's not a holiday. It's not a financial market holiday. Okay.
So it's a holiday. A lot of people have a holiday here. Some people do, some people don't. I think if you work in the government or the banks, I think you get a holiday. And I believe schools are out. So Qs and SPY kind of settling in near Friday's high. Man, Apple looks so weak right now. I'm sharing my screen. Yep, I remembered. What have we got here? We've got 1 minute to the open. UPST is popping up. God darn. Wish Apple wasn't selling off so much.
Okay. Guys, super exciting. Remember, guys, risk management, things can go super, super bad. Like Tesla, nobody thought that it can add like $400 million market cap in one day. So nothing is, I was thinking, there's no way Tesla is going to go up 10%. It did. So be careful, guys. Risk management, the price is always, this market wouldn't be surprised me. Like Tesla is going to be the biggest market cap gain in the world in 3 days. So
here we go.
Remember that. Don't be stubborn. All right, so ding, 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 ding. So Tesla is a little bit extended on the on pre-market now. Let's see what NVIDIA is doing. So a little bit of a weakness right now on everything. Yeah, the price action is...
NVIDIA dropped, Apple popped. Okay, took a bit of a short on Apple, 225.60. And that popped up.
Buys 600. Told you 600.
Yeah.
Right. So
you were right.
Yeah, Tesla is super interesting. I'm gonna get a short on Tesla at 343 for 1 minute opinion range breakdown. All right, so I'm short Tesla at 342.50. Average it is. Let's see. Coming back up, that's not good.
Just going to cover some here, 225.20. And
I'm going to get stopped out, guys, on Tesla. Mm-hmm. I'm all out of Tesla, guys. This is super strong.
So try to hold 225 here.
Easy. This action on Tesla.
Oh, there we go. Come on, lose 225.
Short Apple?
I'm short Apple.
is strong. Yeah, SMCI is super strong. I'm getting along on SMCI at 22.78. Let's see if we can. But still looking at Tesla. I'd like to get a trade on Tesla. I'm getting another short on Tesla too, 342.78. I want to see if Tesla can go down, test the low of the pre-market. Shit, SMCI is dropping. All right, guys, I'm short Tesla. I'm getting out of my SMCI trade, guys, at 22.34. That was a loss. So I'm back short Tesla. Let's see if we can go down to 340-ish level.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Selling or covering some more at 224.80.
In the chat as well. So
Covering some more at 224.80. Here we go.
fuck this Tesla, man. Pop back up. I'm gonna cover my short again on Tesla. This is crazy. Unbelievable. Gotta stop down, guys, again on Tesla. This is crazy. Now it's a long Tesla. It's a 1 minute range breakout. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Why do you short this stock?
Covering some more, 224.37.
Apple short, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta stop down
Here
on
we go.
CI Tesla. Crazy.
We're gonna lose. Let's see if we lose 224 here.
Tesla is, guys, super crazy. Did you see that crazy? Guys, I had a really bad loss today.
It's too strong. It's just you just can't step in front of it.
Yeah, it's just the price action. Now it's gonna go to 350. Tesla. Oh my god, I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna go to all-time high. It's today even. This is crazy.
Some big orders here at 224, 223.80 on there we go. That's it. That's it. Yeah, just cover some more.
Yeah, I had a really bad loss on that today so far. Tesla is going to go 350.
Good deal. Let's see what the options look like. November 15th, 350s on Tesla.
Or what do you want to do? Again, you want to do selling options in Tesla?
No, I know I want to. No, I'm not. I buy them long. Shit, they're really expensive. They're like $14.50 on 350s.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. So now Tesla, that's what Tesla is doing. Now at the 5 minutes, it becomes like some sort of engulfing, but
man, Apple's got more downside. Maybe it's getting really extended. Thor, did you take that trade? Oh, you shorted Nvidia.
Shorting Apple?
No, yeah, shorting Apple. That was a Thor trade. That was like right outside of S4.
I'm gonna do another short on Tesla. I mean, it might be a really bad idea. Shit, it is a bad idea.
Ooh, Nvidia's lost is gone red.
Yeah, it's also red. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tesla is really not shortable. Like you can't short this stock. Yeah, I should go.
Wow. Now it's got 350s are now $15.
I gotta stop that again, guys. This is not really. I don't know why I'm shorting this Tesla. SMCI is going down. Do we have shares for short on SMCI? Yeah, 21.95. This company is also super troubled. Nice, Walden. Nice. That's great. Mara, what is Mara doing? What's the scatter doing? Mara. Yeah, Mara is at the resistance 2254. What's possible too? SMCI. It's down another 10%. NVIDIA is struggling. What I don't like about Tesla right now is this 5 minute is kind of super weird. It really dropped really bad at around 349. Sofi. Sofi is a very nice pattern. Like a very nice ABCD pattern so far. But also broke that. Yeah, so far is nice too. Yes. Yeah, now Tesla is going to go to 350.
There we go.
Are you still short Apple?
I've got just a few shares left, but I think it looks like it might be going to be maybe rally back to 225.5, possibly 225. But I'm out of most of it.
Pulled off. Let's see. NVIDIA is going to go red. Tesla is struggling at 349. Let's see. It closes as a potential doji in this 5 minutes. Yeah, the price action is super bullish so far, although it's also very big range in each 5 minutes. But it looks like it wants to break out now. 348. It's just a little bit, risk to reward is a little bit tricky on it. But it looks like it wants to go up to 350. Musks are getting bigger and bigger at 350. Let's see. There you go. It's going to go 350 now. SPY is still at 600. Another one. Coin. Yeah, coin is going up to 12. User are going to go red. NVIDIA is super weak.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Tesla is having trouble breaking out. He is setting off at SP. SMCI is also setting off really hard. SMCI is going to go back to, all-time low, I think 50 low. I'm sitting at a very bad loss, guys. Super bad loss.
Yeah, it could be going bankrupt, or I mean, not bankrupt, be delisted.
Delisted, yeah.
Yeah.
So SMCI below 37. So Tesla looks like it wants to go to 350.
Ellie, I had problems getting a fill with my Apple. I had to use DOS, or not DOS. I had to use IW or the TWS. I had to flip over to that to get start covering my Apple short. Yeah, seems like other people.
What did you trade that? All right, I think Tesla wants to go now 350. I think Tesla wants 3.
It's going to break out here. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. If you have issues with your platform, be careful, guys. Make sure that you have access to directly. Oh, no, look at that big ask at 350. Didn't get filled. Yeah, there you go. And it's gonna go break to 350, like 5 minutes. Yeah, this one is gonna go boom.
Go the lights.
There you go. Pop. There you go. Crazy price action on Tesla, man. The reason that I don't want to go long on it is because it's a little bit extended. Like if I go long right now, 349.50 for the break of 350, then I don't know where to put my stop loss. I don't want to put a stop loss very close to moving averages because as you see here, it's just, it's very super volatile. So I don't know if I want to give $5 a stop loss to Tesla. So that's why it's a little bit for me hard to to trade it now. NVDA, I'm looking at the potential reversal on NVDA. If it goes below S3, we have two levels at 146.27, potentially maybe a reversal on NVDA. I'm looking at it. Tesla needs to slow down a little bit. I had a really bad day. I'm sitting at $49,000 loss now.
I say everybody's selling everything else to buy Tesla. Apple,
Everybody's selling
maybe.
Tesla, huh?
Well, everyone's selling everything else to buy Tesla. And PLTR.
I know. I mean,
what's Mara doing? Mara's not doing much. PLTR is selling off.
Yeah, PLTR also had trouble going above the NVIDIA is selling off nicely too. NVIDIA was a nice short.
Wow.
When I shorted Tesla, I thought that we can get something like NVIDIA, some sort of a price action like this, but Tesla is still. I think Tesla is now starting a case for a short, potentially. So I'm back short on Tesla, 345. Get a partial fill on that. Let's see if this is the fourth time. Let's see if Tesla wants to go down again, like NVDA, stop loss. We'll see if it can get the VWAP back. Get the partial fill on that. This is the fourth time this is actually the third time now, is it? Yeah, this is the fourth time that I'm shorting Tesla.
Qs went red.
All right, here we go. Let's see if Tesla can break the low of the day. This is R4. All right, now, nice. Come on, Tesla. Don't bounce.
PLTR could be a long off if we get to PVC, which is 50.
So I'm adding a little bit more on short on Tesla. Let's see if it can actually break down. So I added a little bit of more short on Tesla. Shouldn't have added. I should have partialed. The low of pre-market is at 341, huh? Let's see. If we can break one more time low of the day, I might start partially.
Looks like DJT halted again.
God. DJT. On the up or not? Oh, up. Yeah, 3-4. Yeah, DJT. Unbelievable, man. This DJT, unbelievable. When the red, in 2 minutes later, it's up 7%. All right, let's see if Tesla can break down this low of the day. I have a big size on it. Let's see.
Just reshorted actually added to my position, my short position on Apple, on that pop up and rejection at the VWAP.
Come on, Tesla. Markets, so Qs went red, the red S3. SPY still green. IWM's up 1%, huh?
Just going to cover some of that add. 224.30, just in case it just comes bouncing back here. Like it's doing now. Come on. Come on.
Tesla, I'm getting stopped out. If it closes above the VWAP again on 1 minute chart, it looks like it doesn't really want to go down. Unbelievable. Getting stopped out on Tesla, guys. Could be long now. It could be a good long, but I messed up trading it 4 times.
It's hard to trade today. it's so extended on the longer time frames. It's just
Yeah, it's super difficult to trade. DJT is unhalted. So DJT is also very difficult to trade. Like with these halts, super difficult.
It's unhalted now, and now it's dropping.
Yeah. Guys, be careful on DJT. This DJT is again, it's a beast. I've never seen a beast like this. Oh, Tesla. I lost all of my life on you.
oh well. I think half of that loss can go to your wife.
I know, that's the thing. Come on. Like Canada Revenue Agency, TaxMac. Come on. The good thing is, whatever that I make is only 25% of it comes to me. Like 75% goes to other people.
Yeah. And just covered more Apple at 224 again. That was a nice VWAP rejection.
Guys, I need to take a minute break. Otherwise, I'm going to do another crazy trade. So give me 1 second break. I'll be back.
So a nice trade on NVIDIA. See where Apple goes now. Still got a few shares left again, so we'll get down to maybe 223, 223.50. There's some orders there. We'll just wait. NVIDIA might be bouncing here at S4. Could be a long. Q still selling off here. AMD. Here we go, looking for that break on Apple. Anyone in the room taking that Apple trade? You took a long on NVIDIA. Yeah, market's still selling off, but we can we count on the buying brigade? Oh, there's a nice spot. Oh, nice drop on Apple there. Just going to cover some more there. 223.50. Oh, nice. Few people took that Apple trade. It was setting up nicely in the pre-market. I really hated the way it kind of sold off there going into the last couple of minutes of before the open. But actually really, it was kind of a classic rising devil trade. You had that the open and that pop up to right around the VWAP, which is exactly where I shorted it. So classic rising devil trade.
All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, Brian Paris did a super nice short on Apple this morning.
Cool.
So yeah, so as you see the trades that you can see the screen, very nice short on Apple, very similar to what Brian did, and then he adds
Paris
Paris does pretty nice.
Oh, yeah. Paris did exactly what I did. Paris's trade is exactly what I did. Pop up, shorted on the pop up, covered all the way down, reshorted at the VWAP, and covered again. Who copied who, Paris?
Tesla looks like now wants to go back up.
Nice. That was awesome.
PLTR.
Ooh, Nvidia's losing it.
Nvidia is now 1.6%. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Tesla could be long now. Let me see. Yeah, 346 stop loss has to be. Yeah, Tesla could be a long. Yeah. PLTR is also working out. Nvidia is selling off. Hood is going up. Yeah, PLTR is good. I think I would lost a good entry on PLTR. Around 59.80, 60 would be nice. Now it's a little bit. Again, the concept of risk to reward is the question. If I go long here, look at my screen at 60.46, then for the break off high of the pre-market, which is 60.60, then my risk has to be below the VWAP because other pullbacks are normal. And then the risk to reward is really not there for me. Same, it's possible that it goes up, but it's just the concept of risk to reward is not there. You got to have a good entry. If I was looking at it at around 59, 80, 90, then maybe in this big squeeze above the VWAP, these are usually really good entry signals. These are usually very, very, very good entry signals. Like now Tesla is pulling back near VWAP. That could be a good entry because now you can put a reasonable stop loss below the VWAP. But you don't want to go long at 350 because then you might get the breakout, but you're actually risking way too much to get a little bit. And consistency in trading is coming when your risk to reward is 2-to-1 and higher. If you trade 1-to-1 or less than 1-to-1 risk to reward, then one loss can wipe out many, many good trades. You want to be the other way around. You want to have one gain wipe out a couple of small losses.
All right, here we go. 223 on AMD or Apple, I should say.
I think Tesla wants 350. I wouldn't sweat on. I wouldn't, religiously believe in that. But again, it was super difficult to trade. Look at this 5-minute, the first 3 5-minute candlesticks. It's just a nightmare, and it's the recipe for getting chopped up for a scalper, which I did get chopped up. That's why I want to wait a little bit to settle down. Eventually finds a direction. It will eventually either goes up like Friday or sells off. So it needs a little bit of time to find the balance between buyers and sellers. I think eventually it's going to go one way. I don't think it's going to stay like this for the rest of the day. The question is, can we get a good entry on that? So NVIDIA is going down. NVIDIA potential reversal at S4. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, we broke down S4, huh? Yeah, right. So interesting. NVIDIA, there is a level here on NVIDIA at 144.60. Jared, are you trying to get a reversal on NVIDIA? Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I just covered more at 223, 222.90. on Apple.
Wow, NVIDIA is setting off.
Yeah, NVIDIA is really selling off. AMD's holding. What a beautiful classic trade on Apple. Interesting. TLT is selling off here. Means bond prices are going up or down. Yields are going up.
Yeah, the Canadian dollar is also getting weaker.
Oh yeah, it's at 140 now. Are you
That's
going to
good for
change some of
us.
your money? Are you thinking of
all
changing
of my
some of
money
your money?
in US dollar. Yeah, all of my money in US dollar. Always.
What are you
I
thinking?
keep in US
Are you
dollar.
thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to keep
Yeah,
the
I don't
rest
have
of
any
it.
more US dollar that I want to change. No, I'm going to keep it.
Still think there's more
US dollar for
downside. US dollar for life.
Well, the Bank of Canada has interest rate decision in December. If they do
Right.
a jumbo cut, means half a point, then I think Canadian
Yeah.
dollar might go cheaper. I don't think it has been priced in on there. So I think there might be a little bit more room for Canadian dollar to get weaker, in my opinion.
Okay.
But
Okay.
who am I? Right, NVIDIA is going
Maybe.
down. Where is the bottom on NVIDIA? I don't know. AMD. Coin is interesting. Coin is a good place to go long on it. I'm gonna actually go long coin a little bit, 309.80. Let's see if we can go for the break of high of the day. There is this 311.
What's up, Phil? We got 223, 222.90. Some of the orders there's still an order at 222, but order book's kind of thinning out a bit on Apple. There's still lots of there are
short in
orders to the
Tesla, guys.
downside.
One more time short on Tesla, 344. One more time short on Tesla, guys. Let's see if this time I want to go that. The SMC, I might actually get out of it. Sorry, this coin. Let's see one more time Tesla short. If not, then I really need to shut down my trading because
Tesla. Let's see what 350 puts. $18. Jesus. The implied volatility on these options on Tesla is incredibly high, which isn't really surprising, obviously. It's had such
not a bad
wicked
idea
move.
too. 350. Then eventually this Tesla is going to come down. All right, so let's see. NVIDIA is still still going down. There's no bottom on NVIDIA.
It's right down at S6, 143.74. So what does the order book look like on Tesla here?
It's sitting
Wow,
up.
it does look a little weak here.
Good because I'm short on Tesla.
Okie dokie. Pokey.
What's DJT doing? DJT is going red again. All right, let's see if Tesla this time wants to go break the 341. I'm short on it, guys. Let's see. Kind of big size on Tesla. Let's see if this time. 41 has been super. Bottom price action. NVIDIA 144. Also looking at NVIDIA for a potential reversal, hoping, waiting a little bit to see what it does in these 5 minutes. The Tesla, come on, Tesla, break the 140, 341, 40 is the low of the day. This one breaks down, I die. Good, rich man. 40. Some CI doing nothing.
It's really trying to hold this R4 here, Tesla.
Oh yeah, it's super.
And then that's kind of where all this support has been too, right along that level. If it does break it, it's really gonna roll over here. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, 341, 40. This R4 is very interesting. So it's been bounced back twice on it so far. So let's see where we get with this guy.
There is a big order at 340 here.
Adding a little bit more on my short. Let's see for the next drop. It's gonna get that.
Yeah, I'm just taking a small. I've taken a small options position on it. Puts 340 puts.
How much is the 340 puts?
13. I got in at 1340. It's at 1380 weeklies. Now here we go. I'm gonna try to cover some here at 14. There we go. Got to cover 14.
I want to break the. I want the breakdown. Okay,
here we go,
guys. Yeah. 340. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if we can go down. I have a big size on Tesla, so let's see. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
How much is your puts now? Right. How much is your puts now?
$15. $15.20.
Nice. See, $13 to $15. That's a very good. Like these trading these options are super, super interesting.
There was a bit of a bet that was we were going to lose that 41 level, 341. It's just pissing rain out.
Nice. Partially, guys, 338. Okay, now.
Oh, here we go. There's $16 now.
Good. Nice.
See what I tell you? I told you if it lost this level, we'd really flush here.
Yeah, how's the book map on it? Is it going lower? I think 332 could be an opportunity or 3.
Still a big order at 350. I'm guessing Jared's long NVIDIA. That's a Jared trade.
Thanks, guys. So so I did. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you kind of get to know what people trade.
NVIDIA still. I have an eye on NVIDIA to see if we can get a reversal on it. As Tesla is doing. The average on Tesla is 343.85. So I hope that I'm not going to get stopped out on it.
Oh, okay. Okay, he's still short. Oh, okay. There's a pop on NVIDIA, but Jared's having issues with. Yeah, I'm using TWS right now because I'm trading options, and I trade options on both platforms. So I'm just trading off TWS right now.
I'm adding a little more short, guys, on Tesla. I got some partial fill. Like I added more shorts on Tesla. It looks like the hell is breaking loose. Let's see if Tesla can go to R, like 332. You know, you can see my screen. Yeah, I'm getting these partial fills.
So you're not having trouble with DOS?
It looks like I'm getting partial fills. So
okay,
but it does get filled, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Usually, if it's dust, they do these pop-up messages. It might be the exchange or something. I don't know.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have guys. It's good to have this TWS or your Interactive Brokers account active on your phone, so
Yeah,
so you can actually do emergency close
yeah,
if you need to.
yeah. You want to have a backup plan for sure.
All right, let's see if Tesla can go a little bit lower. NVIDIA is bouncing. Yeah, NVIDIA made the new 5-minute
Yeah.
high. I was
See,
watching NVIDIA. Yeah, NVIDIA did the.
I kind of thought Nvidia was going to be a long there, but I didn't take it, unfortunately. I was too busy worrying if Jared had taken it. Here's Mike. Mike, congratulations. Okay, he has a home now in Kansas City. Housewarming party at his house.
So NVIDIA is popping back up. I think I missed the button. NVIDIA. That's unfortunate. Let's see if Tesla can go a little bit lower. I'm a short, guys. Tesla, big size. The average is 342.15. So let's see. Can go a little.
Be careful with Tesla. I don't know.
I know. Well, I have a good average, so I can survive.
Yeah. So
for a pullback.
I'm out of my
getting in.
Yeah. I'm out of my puts, and I'm out of my Apple position as well. So I am flat right now. No trades on. Looks like the Qs are trying to bounce off Friday's low. Mara looks like it's on the verge of breaking out here.
All right, so Tesla is bouncing back. All right, coin is coming back. I totally forgot I have this coin position. Wait a minute. Coin, shit. Coin is going up. I totally forgot to look at that. I'm actually long a coin. Get out of it.
Well, that's good. Yeah, Mara's breaking out here. Mara's going to go to 23 probably. Big order at 23. I'm long a little bit of coin, or Mara, I should say. See, we get to 23.
All right, coin is going up. All right, so let's see if coin actually can pop up. How did I miss that? I'm in this position on coin. What's coin daily chart look like?
Come on.
Go back to 2021, man. I can't believe we're back into the prices in 2021. Wow.
Here we go. 23. Come on, print it.
I'm still short Tesla.
Yep.
I'm long coin.
Sold some. 23.01.
What are you trading, Brian?
Mara. Just I mentioned it. It started to break out about 2 minutes ago.
Wow, that's nice. Super nice. Mara is really nice.
920 on NVIDIA. NVIDIA just did 920 trade. God, there's setups all over the place today. I missed that one because I was watching Mara.
Coin, I'm still long coin, guys. Let's see if we can get above 315. SPY rejected that. I'm still short Tesla too. Let's see what Tesla is doing.
Wow. Yeah, really nice 920 trade on NVIDIA. 920 trade, you get a steady trend in one direction, and then you break through, eventually stop the trend, reverse, comes back through the 9, goes to the 20, and you get a rejection at the 20. EMAs.
Yeah, that's a good point. Then, if you close your position on Interactive Brokers, your orders might start staying in DAS, and if it gets hit, then you actually become a short position on that. So it's not a good. It's a good idea to contact with DAS support or make sure that there is no order standing. This is important.
Yeah.
Although you reset your password, it resets your. Test this back. If you reset your DAS, is actually fixing it. So that is also something that you can look into that. All right, Tesla is coming up. I'm going to get a stop down on Tesla. Yeah, Tesla Tesla might going up for a long. All right, so coin is going up. I want a coin above 315 and start partialing. Well, I'm all out of Tesla, guys.
Just selling some more Mara.
Oh, there you go.
2330.
Oh, there you go.
Look at this.
Coin 317 would be a good place. Nice.
Mara
I'm all out of Tesla, guys. Short. I want to get it long on Tesla, actually. Now I'm flipping my position on long, 340, 340 on Tesla. Let's get it long on Tesla. It looks like it wants to come back up above the VWAP. SMCI is coming up. I partialed on coin, 316. Coin 317 is a level back from 2021. See what Tesla is doing. If Tesla closes above the VWAP, could be a very nice long, like above. If it closes above the VWAP, I think it would be a very nice long.
Yeah, it could push up. Qs and SPY are kind of have found a bottom for the time being.
NVIDIA did a very nice bounce. Got into NVIDIA. What time is it? 10:16. It looks like I aged 10 years. I swear to God, that's just
the way trading ages you.
I know. I was looking at one of my recaps earlier. Like, I feel that I aged like 15 years. Like, this market, man, it puts a lot of pressure on. Guys, I found a surgery in Colombia. I want to do Colombia. I want to do a surgery that it's like it's not a skin lifting, but it's like a kind of, absorb some of the things in the skin, and so you actually make younger. I want to do that. I'm not going down without putting a good fight.
Here's a picture of you. You see this? See this picture?
Which one?
Look, I'm holding it up. I'm holding it up in front of my camera.
Wait. Which picture? Show it again.
It's a picture of you
Oh yeah,
and
look
me
at
and
that
Peter.
picture.
Look at how young you look.
Yeah,
Look at.
definitely.
Good thing is I haven't aged. I haven't aged a year.
Yeah, you haven't aged very much. Like I age, like I can see my pictures. Like no, Josh, I'm all into this cosmetic surgery and stuff. I'm not going down without getting a good fight. I fight the aging. There's this because man, as we get older, we get this our faces drop, our skin
Yeah,
drops, and
exactly.
of course they do the facelifting for older people. But before facelifting, there's another procedure that they kind of tighten the skin. I want to do that.
Well, they can. You get these injections, right? You get the what is it? What do they inject? Collagen or something?
Fillers, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Well,
Botox.
Botox.
I've done
Yeah.
yeah.
Botox keeps you
Anything, you name it.
you're
I'm doing it.
Is this something you're going to do while we're down there?
Yeah, I'm thinking of it. Yeah. All right, let's see if
Okay.
coin a break here is 317.
Maybe
Tesla
maybe we
long.
get a
Too
maybe we get a
much.
2-for-1 deal. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, Tesla is pulling back. I jumped in on Tesla long a little bit too early because you need to close above the VWAP. It's money left and right on Tesla, long and short. A day like this that everybody's making money. Why did I do that? Nice, Sean. Nice. $6,000. Nice. And Tesla calls very beautiful, man. Good. Yeah, nice. Sean adds Sean Ray. He made really good money. All right. Tesla is coming down. I am long Tesla. I should get a stop that. Yeah, I'm getting a stop that on Tesla. It was just a little bit too early jumping in there. I have a question, Brian. Do you remember you were not trading when President Reagan got elected, huh? In those times.
Reagan? What?
No?
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I don't think I was old enough to trade.
No. What happened in those times? What year was that? Do you know?
President Reagan. Reagan was wasn't he in the 60s?
80 to 88. Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay,
a lot of some people say that the stock market is going to be like what Reagan got president. So what happened? Was it just the bull market in that time?
Probably. It's people try to draw comparisons with
Bull market till 89 because they say a lot of say that now that the Republicans won everything, so a lot of policies of the Reagan is going to be implemented, so the economy will be similar to Reagan because that was the only time I think they had such a sweep. So it will be interesting to see if it's the bull market, then we go all in, huh? And we'll kind of see the sign of it, like Bitcoin 84,000, SPY 600. Yeah, relaxing the conversation. Joaquin, where did you get that picture? Look at that idiot. This is Sona. Look at that. Look at that picture. How did you trust this guy? Like, who's this idiot? Yeah, the national debt is something. That's me. That picture is me, Robbie. Picture is me. Oh, North Trader. What is that? Let me see. Yeah, Reagan 118. That's a very nice chart that you posted. That's a very, very interesting chart. the number of the trading days and for the elections. The S&P since taking off is Clinton 200%, Obama 182, Reagan 118. Yeah, it's very interesting to see what happens.
NVIDIA rejected 20 EMA. SPY and the Qs are rejected at the 9 EMA, which still tells you it's in a downtrend. SPY is testing.
Coin is going up. I'm partially out some of my coin guys here at 317.42.
I'm still holding a little
Tesla
bit
is popping up, guys.
Still holding a little bit of Mara.
Tesla came above the VWAP. Now Tesla is nice. Going long Tesla, guys, at 344. Adding a little bit higher on that. Let's see if we can get the Tesla in there.
We might still be finding
the volume is coming. Nice. Nice. No, I'm not green yet, but I might actually become green. Let's see what these Tesla trades will do. Tesla go to 348.49. I might come out of it green.
See if Mara gets.
Guys, we started the $50,000 funded account about 3 months ago, and now the first group of people who actually joined that are being graduated. So, we had some really good profitable traders that I have to pay this week. So, congratulations to those ones. And just
Awesome.
remember that, guys, because I'm in Canada, it's much easier for me to pay through PayPal because we don't have Venmo in Canada.
Venmo.
So if you're signing up for this funded accounts, I need your PayPal address to pay, or I can wire transfer to you with Swift because it's an international thing. So Tesla, let's see if Tesla can go for the back break of high of the day. I went long again here. I definitely overtraded Tesla, but so far it's not bad. Coin 320. I like that coin. Partialing out a little bit more on coin.
Still looking for 24 on Mara.
Tesla, I haven't partial Tesla yet. Let's see if Tesla can go. Tesla is super bullish. I'm actually adding a little bit more here at Tesla. It's super bullish. The price action now is getting very bullish. Let's see. These squeezes with volume in the VWAP, these are usually very, very good sign.
Yeah.
26. Oops. As soon as I said that, put dropped. My average on Tesla is 344. All right, let's see what coin is doing. So there was no news or anything on crypto, no?
Well, over the weekend it popped up over 80,000. A huge move on crypto over the weekend.
Peter.
Oh, Peter's back with from his dental appointment. Teeth all shiny.
Yeah, nation states.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are still having issues with DOS. Some people, anyway. Other people, not so much.
Not everybody, no. I didn't have a big
No,
problem
not
with it.
everybody. Yeah.
So let's see. Super exciting. Let's see. Let's see if Tesla can go back up a little bit higher. I'm still long on it. SPY is trying to go back up. 600.
EMD is trying to pop back up too.
Yeah, I missed the reversal. We CLT 78, TLT sold off.
Yeah, TLT sold off. So I thought the bond market was closed, but I know it is actually. AMD coming up to S3, probably going to reject here. Apple's still sitting at low of day here, still struggling.
So on the sector performance, from looking at what the sector performance is doing. Actually, it's not loading up properly. So consumer discretionary is up 1.86%. So here's that sector performance. Let's see what it's going to do. Financials are super strong, industrial, and the technology is weak, actually. So that's why Apple is setting off.
Yeah.
Financials are.
Well, NVIDIA's down, AMD's in the red. Yeah. I mean, you look at Amazon's in the red. All the big, the big cap technology.
Meta
the only one
is
that's
down
up
too.
yeah, and Microsoft. And the only one that's up is actually Alphabet.
Yeah. The JP Morgan and everything, those ones are super. The financials, XLF must be up. That's why the IWM is also up, because there's a lot of the regional banks are there, huh?
Right, exactly. Yeah, got a lot of regional banks.
Hey, Andrew, Brian, I have Jared standing by, ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So this is a very important thing, guys. So let's see. I'm long Tesla and coin. Let's see what happens. But here's the thing: a lot of discussions, like we had it also earlier today, that a lot of people are saying, okay, what's going to happen with Trump's, new presidency? And of course, it's not only President Trump. There's a lot of change in the Congress as well, and what's going to happen, what's going to be hot and not. We'll see somehow, like Tesla is really going up. A lot of crypto companies are going up. So we already seen in last 3-4 days a lot of changes. But the bigger question is, okay, what's going to stay hot and what's not going to stay hot? So Jared is going to come and talk about this, that what's going to be hot or not, and how we can actually position our investment if you're actively managing it. For day traders, obviously we go day by day, but which sectors are going to stay strong and which ones are not. So Jared has always really nice inputs on the overall market, sector rotations, and where the smart money moves. I always learn from him. So Jared, thanks for that. I'm actually super excited to see what your thoughts might be on this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to hear his thoughts. So thanks everyone for joining us today. Hope you had a good day. It was certainly lots of good opportunities out there. So take it away, Jared.
What's up, Jared?
Okay.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am good. How's your crypto holdings doing? I know you have some positions on crypto.
Yeah,
You?
the long, slow and steady game has been performing well. We're still kind of position long overall on Bitcoin, but I think the topic right now too is also some of the new money flow that's just going into the entire market. So, whether you're
Yeah.
just looking at the core or some of the other flows, I think it's kind of an all-out surge with the crypto markets itself. So, I'm
Right.
gonna go ahead
Andrew.
and share my screen and just kind of take a look at where we're postured right now. So, as Andrew alluded to, I think topic of discussion this week kind of seemed most relevant for what's hot and what's not. And we're looking at it through the lens of what rallied last week, because we know that the overall market performed quite well to the upside once we got past the election uncertainty. And that was a key driver for probably new positioning, along with, I would say, relative clarity into the end of the year. Ironically, we also had FOMC last week. Kind of seemed like a nothing type event. A lot of the 25-point basis rate cut was already priced in pretty well, and overall market was more looking towards the election for continuation. So, um, from that perspective, we want to look at it one through the lens of the overall market, which I have the S&P 500 index on my screen. You'll notice that pretty much everything rallied from this perspective, which is to say, if you looked at just the index, we know that a lot of things were shot to the upside overnight on Tuesday to Wednesday. And we can also just view it from the lens of the NASDAQ, which also had a very large shot to the upside. Um, Posturally, this is one that was kind of holding us back slightly, especially going into this election, because we had not cleared the previous all-time high. And yet the recovery off of some of our August and September volatility was performance driven, just not necessarily technically aligned. So I think clearing that all time high was also a big factor into it, and that kind of opens up the expansion targets for continuation. But last but not least, one of them that is kind of become back in focus is the IWM, or let's just say the small caps. Whether you're looking at it through the lens of something like the IWM, which is just the Russell 2000, or you're kind of zooming in a little closer to which pockets of strength are inside of that group, I would say that the overall posture there is very much new. And from the perspective of what are we running into, the IWM is actually looking for a new all-time high from historical levels, as opposed to maybe this year's levels. So this has always been kind of the canary in the coal mine as far as, do we believe some of the maybe short-term rallies at times? And you'll notice anytime the IWM sold, it was a little bit faster than the rest of the market. But net net, it's also on the upside as of this month. And I think this quote unquote breakout, we haven't fully cleared the all time high, but there's definitely a range and focus out here. That's going to lead to either some new price incentives or potentially just positioning towards much higher levels that are not necessarily printed quite yet. So, it does feel as if it's an all out rally, but I think as Andrew was kind of reviewing through the lens of sector performance, you want to also kind of see what's under the hood. And when we look at sector performance last week, we can, very clearly see that it was a lot of green on the screen, which is obviously, part of the driving force. If you're going to have the entire group of indices moving up, you want to have most of your sectors following suit. But throughout that list, there's also a bit of laggard. And that's kind of where you want to see it through the lens of what's actually strong and getting stronger. Those are going to be your most bullish performers. There's also going to be inline sectors. These groups are just going to essentially follow what the indices are offering and may or may not offer that same type of volatility. Let me make sure. I think my screen, I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to reshare. Oh yeah, I only shared the platform. That's okay. I can do this. I'll do it through the lens of maybe a couple of the sector ETFs. So, we certainly had tech as part of the NASDAQ rally, but ironically not as strong as maybe expected. The tech group did have some upside potential, but it wasn't, I would say, stronger than the average. So there were some divergences on Friday within the tech group, especially the MAG 6. So keep an eye out on that. I wouldn't necessarily be looking towards tech this time around. And what was actually leading was discretionaries. So we obviously saw Tesla with a lot of that upside performance. There's also been sort of a new breakout bid in Amazon, and then across the board, discretionaries have been quite strong as of this recent breakout. Communications also leading, and you'll notice just the difference here where communications felt like a lot of new energy. XOY is probably the best of the best as far as risk on. Tech is in there, but it's not as strong as we would expect. So a little bit of divergence there. Healthcare moving up, but also not impressive. Not really a standout here, and actually seeing a little bit of defensive posturing starting to get removed because right now the market is much more risk on focused. We had some key, I would say, breaks in industrials, but we're also kind of keeping an eye on this too. Some of that actually came in on Friday. I can see now that the industrials kind of caught another gap up open. So looks like that's been resolved bullish. And staples. So sort of our quote unquote third more defensive posture, a little bit closer to healthcare. And really what we want to view this through is where to focus, maybe not just intraday, but also carrying positions forward, because it's one thing to kind of catch a move in the short term. It's a completely different thing to catch a position and have that position grow over time. And really the only posture here with all of the key technical breakouts is which of these sectors are actually offering new performance. So that's very different than, let's say, a pullback or anything indicative of just like a bounce. We actually would want to see these sort of momentum trades carry forward and expand a lot of the consolidation they've been in over the past couple of months. I'm really keying in on the consumer cyclicals or just discretionaries, because you'll notice that there was a lot of consolidation prior to this breakout. And that's one of the reasons why this energy moving to the upside is so powerful, not only from a technical lens, but also just the resolution of uncertainty. So, and obviously you can compare that with some of the other technical signals, but communications already had some of its breakout performance priced in. It's just continuing the move. Really, the energy that we're seeing is really is focused much more on the discretionary groups. So you kind of pair all that with the hottest groups right now, which I would argue crypto is definitely top on that list. It's hard to argue with what we're seeing with stocks like Coin. I mean, even just over the past couple of days has pretty much outperformed most of the indices. We're talking about a stock that's up almost 50% in the past 4 days. We're seeing all of our Bitcoin miners start to move up. We got Mara, Hut, and Riot. So these are all just great stocks to have on your watch list every single day, if not the days when it looks the best. And there's even kind of this ideal scenario with stocks like MSTR. kind of the ideal situation here is that there's a lot of back end leverage behind this company and how they accumulate typically just Bitcoin at this point in time as far as their business model is concerned. And that's leading obviously to a much larger surge because it is currently leading this rally that we're seeing across the crypto side. And obviously, it'd be, it would be worthless not to look at just the Bitcoin futures or at least a Bitcoin chart. The way I view Bitcoin, and hopefully this is helpful for those who are kind of thinking about what the future pricing might look like, is this is one of the few assets that have had multiple cycles priced into its history, of which a lot of those cycles are not viewed from a linear sense, they're viewed from a logarithmic sense. And you'll hear a lot of people talking about things like the rainbow chart, which I don't have up quite at this time, but I could certainly bring up in the BBT chat room. We're trying to view this asset as like if the stars are aligned and a lot of the, I would say, jobless claims data, which was one of the potential impacts on Thursday and Friday of last week, if all that's being lifted and this asset is just being repriced towards a risk on end of year and potentially first couple of months of next year, there are some price targets here that might be opportunistic for both the crypto ETF and stock side, but also just the crypto market. I would argue that if you're interested in this space, definitely some different approaches towards price range targeting. We're definitely looking at different scales here. But secondly, is the entire crypto market itself gaining market cap? And every time we're looking at stocks, we're either viewing it from a specific stock example, an index example, or a sector example, and trying to think if the whole group is either growing or maybe contracting. Crypto is really no different. We want to think, are all crypto assets gaining market cap? And if that's true, at least in that time frame, we definitely don't want to act too contrarian towards it. We also just want to look for our own opportunities to either join that type of wave or just look for characteristic behaviors like leadership, laggardship, just something that didn't perform but is catching up. And then my favorite, trash. So, any cyclical move is going to start with a leader. Then you'll go into your laggards, assuming the behaviors are somewhat simple. And then, of course, anything that would be deemed like super risky, they'll often move last and very powerful, but they are last. And they can typically mark some quote unquote cyclical tops, if we're talking bullish side. So anytime we see that behavior, we just go into this trading mode of saying, hey, positioning towards this stuff right now seems opportunistic. We're looking for more bullish upside. Secondly, be looking for those laggard plays because you'd be surprised how quickly you can catch a move once maybe the leaders start to profit take or consolidate. And then finally, look for that repeatable activity because this shouldn't just be a one-shot opportunity. A lot of this actually has maybe 3 to 5 sections of that ability to move to the upside before it fully completes. And it's very much towards like an Elliott wave theory, if you're familiar with that. So crypto for sure, try and stay away from defensives right now as far as like not sectors that are not hot. I'd also be looking at semis, and I'd be looking at them with like a close eye here because the semiconductors did rally, some of them did, but they're getting sold off today. And more importantly, they're actually retracing the Wednesday buyer. So the Wednesday buyer is the one that the entire market holds into contention because it's a post-election buyer. That level, whether you mark the opening print or just the candle of Wednesday last week is super important. And from the view of the semiconductors, especially today, that buyer is getting tested. So the question is, why is that buyer not offering further upside, and why is the market able to test them so quickly? It kind of puts a lens on maybe the semiconductors not being in focus during this sort of late stage rally that we're getting towards the end of the year. And obviously, we have stocks like NVIDIA who will kind of offer a little bit more clarity once we get through their earnings. That's probably our last Mag 6 stock that we have to wrap up with earnings season. So there's a lot to think about in terms of all this positioning. Stick with the groups that you know, but also be looking at it through the lens of, are they offering continuation? Are they offering you performance? And if there are some contentious areas where the stock may or may not be stable, consider looking to other groups, especially if you are towards more of the bullish side for the rest of the year. So that's pretty much all I got. So let me go to YouTube real quick. I did not have that up, and check some questions here. Let's see. Oh, no questions on YouTube.
Jared, are you actively managing? I'm sorry. Are you actively managing your own investment positions?
For the most part, yeah. I have small things that I leave as passive, but a lot of the stuff I either treat as like 6 month to a year positions, which I don't include as investments. They're still kind of in that short term range, along with some stuff that's sort of no touch. Those are going to be 3 to 5 year investment ideas, along with maybe things that don't offer me a reason to manage them just because they keep performing. So, companies like Costco, for example, have been no touch positions for quite a while.
So for crypto, if I may ask, like how much percentage of your portfolio is directly in crypto? Like I know John was posting something in Twitter that it should be on the low single digit. Is that what do you think?
Yeah, I believe that's a good range. It kind of depends on your investment risk portfolio, like what sort of phase of maybe life that you're in. But for myself, I found that about 5% made sense.
5%, yeah.
The slight nuance to that is I've had more exposure during bear markets because I accumulate during bear markets, not only as a trader who's going to carry a position towards the new all-time highs, but I'm also trying to build the investment at the same time. And usually the portfolio gets a little overweight during that time, and I try and relinquish profits during the rallies, like the reversals, basically. So there's a certain point where the investment doesn't need to be managed, but it does get overweight during accumulations.
So you're buying the dip.
Bought the dip. I bought the dip. Yeah. When FTX was blowing up, when Michael Saylor was talking about potential liquidation levels, I said it's time to buy. And it's not about nailing bottoms in bear markets. It's about putting that sort of money up front, allowing for maybe some resolution in the future, and then over time it's kind of like the sky is clear, and as we can see, it happened again this time. So
yeah. So here's the thing, like a lot of people say that my portfolio is like 80%, 70% on crypto and stuff. There is one thing that is very important for investors is not only the return, but it's also the risk adjusted return. Like the concept of volatility is very important in portfolio. Like, you can have 100% of your company or investment into one asset, but are you willing to accept these big rides and up? I was looking at MSTR MicroStrategy is now up 20% just today, and is actually making all-time high. But when you look at the volatility of this stock from after pandemic, that went up from $16 to $100 and then came back up to $13 and now at $322. So this is something that's, can you tolerate, can you stomach that kind of volatility going up and down? So younger people and with a little bit of money is okay. Like if you have $5,000 to $10,000 volatility, okay, it doesn't make a huge difference. But when you have like $8 million, $10 million portfolio, which a lot of people in our community have in terms of their investments, then can you digest this huge volatility? So that's when the diversification is coming up. Like diversification is something that has been known for 200 years in the modern economics. There are research papers on it, blah, blah, blah. In the long term, you should be diversified.
Hmm. And I view it from two fronts in regards to maybe that discussion. One is there's an aspect of not necessarily timing, but just understanding that, peaks and valleys in large, let's just say, cycles in the market will offer the most extreme volatility to someone who's just buy and hold. Because yes, MSTR wasn't quite the same company back in 2020, 2021, but had some similar aspects to it. And there was a 90% drop in the overall high to low. Not every investor is, let's say, timing through the buying the top and selling the bottom. If in the worst case, there are some sort of averages to it. And yes, the volatility in between is kind of high. There's also kind of seeing the change in the system, or maybe the change in the tone. Not saying that that's always the best buy point or the best investment point, but if the thesis around a company starts to kind of shift and the sentiment of the market itself shifts around it too, you'd be surprised how you don't have to be perfect and you can start to kind of position towards maybe a different future as opposed to the one that the buy and holds had to deal with. And I feel exactly the same about asset groups like Bitcoin. There are bear markets, and that volatility is expressed through about 70 to 80% drawdowns. It doesn't mean that you have to exist through them, but if you are going to just remain, then that's the sort of volatility tolerance that you need. It's also true that on the backside of it, a lot of things can change. And as we can see, that is just a temporary mode in the larger cycles of some of these asset groups, especially if we're thinking, over 5 years. We have to go through a high and a low pretty much every 5 years in this particular group. But yeah, it's sort of the active versus passive, and whether or not you're at least attuned to maybe relative timing along with better locations than the average investor. All right,
Well,
Brent's
that's
giving
super
us the sign off
interesting.
music.
Yeah, Brent, he wants to wrap it up. He wants to go home. Brent, we want to continue. Why are you putting the music on? No, but if there's any other question, let's say a few more minutes. Anyone has any question in the YouTube or in the chat room? Let's use what Jared has to offer. So Tesla's went back up. So I'm long and a partial a little bit here at 349. Let's see if Tesla wants to break the high of the day again or not.
Let's see, there's a question in the YouTube chat. What do I think about FCX here? Given the sensitivity here to gold as far as that particular ticker, and taking a quick glance at gold, we're seeing some topping action in the most recent bull run. This is likely a cyclical top, which means it doesn't mean that gold crashes, but it means that it needs to resolve another deeper consolidation or pullback. And I think with gold's ability to kind of support a more not defensive, but maybe just like sustained market, that's not the posture of the market right now. Everything feels a little bit more towards the risk on side, and gold is not a risk on assets at all. So I would definitely be bearish in this period, but also looking for the bottom end of gold, given that it was in a previous bull cycle. We're talking about probably akin to like a weekly pullback needing to finish. So Does he use the opening print to predict the trades? The opening print for a lot of intraday traders is important because it kind of gauges how high or low the topping or bottoming tail of that candle might be, especially in the morning. So if you think about low of day relative to the open, if the candle is going to look bullish, at least in the first hour or two, you want the low of day to be the bottoming tail of the daily candle, and you want it to be as small as possible, if non-existent. Same thing with a bearish candle. I mean, if we start at the beginning of the day and then just immediately start selling with no bounce to it, playing bullish is basically like playing against a trend. So the opening print to me dictates both the pressure and potentially the posture of the morning traders, which often will drive probably the first hour and a half of the day, which is really important. All the morning traders want the morning imbalance. You know, they want the drive of the morning.
Another question is, Jared, are you using pivot points for day trading? Like, I know Thor introduced them.
Yeah, so I have them on my chart. They're useful for some of the profit taking ideas, but I'm not a pivot trader. My trade mentality comes from market structure and the concept of buyer and seller levels and what they offer in their posture. The pivots have some of those concepts baked in, but I find that my level identification is more accurate than the pivot system. So I use my own eyes versus the pivots for especially for targets. They're really good to understand range, but as far as targeting is concerned, I tend to have a better eye for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, brother, for this. I'm super excited to see you in Vancouver. You're not coming to Colombia, no?
That is correct.
That's good. Okay, perfect. Well, thanks, Jared. All the best. And we'll see you hopefully soon in Vancouver. Thanks again for the insight. We are at 11 a.m., so we're going to hand it over to Thor for Monday. Great trading day, guys, and all the best. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers.